Okay. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ranking the Disney soundtracks.
Ooh.
So have you ever seen this ranking sheet before?
No.
Okay. I'm going to explain to you how it works.
Okay.
So A, B, C, D, E, F is essentially as it looks. If it's an A, it's an A. If it's a B, it's a B. C, D, all the way down to F.
Okay.
S is like, it's in another realm. So it's not even fair to put it with the rest of the people.
Okay.
So the example I can give you is this guy that did it one time. He did fast food fries, and he put McDonald's fries in the S category because he didn't think it was fair to compare everybody else
to McDonald's,
to McDonald's fries because they're so fucking good. So he put them in the S, but that was his opinion.
Okay.
So you might not even put anything in the S.
Okay.
But S is like essentially explaining a whole nother realm.
Like
Okay.
And then A, B, C, D, E, F, G from there.
Oh, this is going to be a
Just gonna
hard
leave you
game.
for 2 seconds. Just need a glass of water.
Yeah, that is gonna be really difficult.
Mm. I think I already know what I'm going to put in the S category, though, because it's like the one soundtrack that I don't think can compare to any of the other soundtracks.
Ooh, I'm curious to what that's gonna be.
I've already come up with a list in my head. I'm just trying to think.
Order wise, yeah.
Order wise, yeah, this is hard. Also because like
Ooh.
I've had like probably about a glass and a half of wine at this point, and my brain is all kind of foggy a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to try to rifle through this,
Okay.
but we can only rifle through as fast as I can open up a...
Okay.
So first one we're going to do... Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Open and place. That's what I wanted. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll start with this one.
Ooh,
Alice in Wonderland.
Eh,
So where do we put Alice?
mediocre.
Alice is kind of I don't know. I mean,
honestly, well, let's think of some songs from that movie. Okay.
How do you
Wait.
get to
I'm late.
Wonderland?
I'm late for a very important date. No time to wait. Hello, goodbye. I'm
Yeah.
late, I'm late,
What
I'm
else
late.
is there? Yeah.
in the golden afternoon, the golden
just gonna-
afternoon.
Yeah, with the guy who
F.
rocks the clams.
Oh yeah, there's that one. I forget how it goes, but that's just like a speaking one. That's Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah.
Even
don't
the one
know.
with the Mad Hatter, it's pretty much just a speaking one.
Yeah.
I think Alice Wonderland lacks a lot of soundtrack.
Yeah, I don't
think it
know.
could do
I
so
mean,
much
like
better
in
for
terms
what
of a
it is.
soundtrack, I'd say that there's a
It's
couple
like
good
F.
songs, but it's an F.
Yeah, definitely.
I was gonna
Like-
say like this might be controversial here, but it sucks.
I think the visuals is the best part of the movie. It's
Yeah.
not even anything to do with the
The
music.
visuals are very pretty. Yeah, the again, the music is okay.
But
Alice
maybe
in
that's
Wonderland as
why.
a piano arrangement is really beautiful to play. But again, we're talking about
That's it.
the soundtrack. So
Yeah.
let's move on.
Next up, Mr. Pinocchio.
Ooh, when you wish upon a star.
That's like
That's like the classic
the
Disney.
song.
Yeah.
So we'll put it right in the middle
So-
to start.
Okay.
you kind of have to. yeah.
Well, that's it though. When you wish upon a star, what else do they got?
There's
The song he sings when all the kids are becoming like working. He sings something.
yeah, but that's when you wish upon a star is like the
Michelle.
only
Go get a cloth. Don't do that again. Go get a cloth.
Easy.
You just spilled a whole bunch of things.
when you wish upon a star is really the only song that I think I know from Pinocchio.
No, but I'm thinking of the one where he's like. Oh,
Got No Strings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret or make me frown. I got strings, dun 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 dun. There are no strings on me. Again, that's kind of in the same realm as Alice in Wonderland. Like, there's a couple songs that you know, but not the
not
entire
big.
soundtrack.
Would you say controversial if I put an E? Because I think it's better than Alice in
I
Wonderland.
think it is better than Alice in Wonderland. Because of that one song. It's a classic. You got to put it in there, right?
So make him a little smaller here.
Okay. Okay, great.
So he's there. I think I'm okay with that.
I agree with that.
All right, next up.
Didn't have that song, it would be an F.
So I've never seen this movie.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
I've never seen this movie. Before we
Okay.
continue, I want to just make a there's going to be a couple honorable mentions at the end of this.
Okay.
I did not include every single movie.
I would
I have
hope that you
24
wouldn't.
already,
Yeah.
and there was like a shit ton more.
Yeah.
That's a
So-
lot.
7 a.m.
Right off the bat, honorable mention, Fox and the Hound. Not in there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Honorable
good one.
mention, every single Pixar movie.
Yeah.
We're avoiding Pixar.
Yeah, that's
So
fair,
just so
'cause
you guys
that's
know.
That's not Disney, that's Pixar.
That's
that was
Pixar.
too
Yeah.
complete. I get it. Yeah, that's fine.
Emperor's New Groove, one of my favorite movies,
Mm.
but honorable mention didn't include it.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of songs
Not
in
a lot of
there.
songs.
It's not
Yeah.
really musical.
And
He's
every
all
other
blown
movie
up
you
the
don't
nation.
see,
Hip as Captain
honorable
Creation.
mention. Because I
Yes.
can't think of them all right now.
Okay.
Like Bolt. Great movie, I
never
think,
seen that
but like
movie.
I'm not gonna include as I can't even think about.
That's
the song.
fine. Like classic, like Disney.
Like I haven't even seen
Yeah.
this, but I knew
It's classic Disney.
that you two had seen it,
Yeah.
so it would make.
I
Okay.
give it an A.
Last I see the light.
Oh,
I would say that's like a B for me.
I want to say B, but like I have to give it an
Okay,
A.
I just want to throw this out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can give this to the people if it does,
Mm-hmm.
but we gotta look at the songs. So
Yeah.
like obviously rate the amount of songs,
Yes.
how good those songs are, but also stood the test of time.
Yes.
So Tangled can't be considered stood the test of
Because
time
it has been out
because it
for a
hasn't
while.
even been time.
Yeah.
So if we're putting this on B, and then the next thing you know, I'm putting Lion King next to this, I'm gonna have a
Oh.
lot of
Yeah.
questions.
Well, and there's also no Tangled too, so that kind of says something. Like,
But that's also doesn't matter though because a lot of them.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
the
guess.
reason
Stop doing
why I would say it's a B for me is just because maybe it's because I'm one of the people who listen to the songs a lot.
Yeah.
But Alan Menken was one of the writers on this was one of the last movies that he did. And he also wrote the music to Aladdin, to Little Mermaid, to Beauty and the Beast. So like those are all his classic things.
Yeah.
Which is why I would put it in the B category just because Alan Menken worked on the songs.
talent.
But I mean, I can name probably every song in the
Yeah,
movie. So
yeah, totally.
that's me. This is my ranking list, right?
Oh, well, it's all of ours actually. That's
Oh,
but
okay,
that's
it's
what I
all
said.
of ours.
The
Okay.
goal is to come to an agreement on everyone. But
okay.
I've never seen this movie. I'm just saying, I don't mind putting it B now, but in the future, if
We
we
might
put
have
something
to
else next
move
to it,
it.
I
Okay.
might make an
An
argument
adjustment.
that
Okay.
like it could drop.
Okay.
What do I do? Control plus. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Next up, Pocahontas.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
Raccoon Boy.
so this one is
Oh.
where I'm getting at, where it's like
It's tough.
I'm gonna start right now, and I'm gonna say right now, it's somewhere near here
Great soundtrack.
because it's got like
Fantastic
way too many
soundtrack.
songs to be.
The only thing that would stop me from putting it in the A category is that stupid song about gold because I hate that song. No. The song Savages is controversial because they're like, what if the Native Americans were savages as well? Because it was like it very much both sides the whole thing where it's really just like the colonists and
Yeah.
anyway. But if we're just talking about the music,
Yeah.
fantastic
good
soundtrack.
soundtrack,
Beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful soundtrack.
Thank you.
I definitely agree either A or B.
Yeah.
I'd probably say it closer to an A in terms of soundtrack.
I'm just saying,
Except-
if we're giving Tangled a B,
yeah.
we cannot give the song that plays the wind song
Yeah.
anything on the same level because
That's
it's like
true.
yeah, I get like that one song sucks,
Mm-hmm.
but
But
we're
there-
now getting
There's
into
other
those
good
movies
songs.
that
There's
have
so many more
songs on
better
it.
songs. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. So, okay, I'd probably say an A then.
Okay, so we agree on it. So we'll go.
Okay.
It's a classic.
See how I glitter. Sorry. If you haven't watched Lindsay Ellis's take on Pocahontas, you should watch it because she's really funny.
All right, next up, Mulan.
Oh, A. Done. A.
Okay, so can we name some songs here? The one where she-
Reflection.
That's
Reflection.
What's about the one where she
uh,
like fights to be a person?
Make a Man Out of You.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, it's
the
pretty
You'll
iconic.
Bring Honor to Us All. That's
So
a great
this is
one.
where we're getting to something right here, okay?
Yes.
I'm going to make a suggestion here.
Yes.
We drop everything down one. Because I put Mulan above Pocahontas, but I put Pocahontas
Yeah.
above Tangled, but I don't put Mulan in S. Like
no,
Mulan's
yeah,
not
I
an
agree.
S.
Yeah, and Mulan's not an S.
That's where I'm getting like
Okay.
I think
All right, fine.
cuz this one could fit here.
Okay. Yeah, you got to go to layers there,
Pocahontas
bud.
and Mulan are on the same
And then I
level,
put that
though?
one there.
I don't know if Pocahontas and Mulan. I would say, once we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. But I have another movie that might be on the same level as Pocahontas, but it's also in my S category.
Okay,
So
so we'll see.
Like I'm not saying Tangled's bad. I'm
No.
just saying it's like holding up silver comparing it to gold,
yeah,
and it's just like not fair to the silver.
yeah,
Like, that's kind of what's going on here
Yeah,
in
yeah,
my
yeah.
head.
fair enough.
All right, let's go to the next one.
That's tough.
Peter Pan. Okay, so
Oh.
they got a lot of songs.
They do have a lot of songs. It's the second star to the right shines with a light for
And
you.
then the Lost Boys, don't they have a song?
Tidum, tiddy, 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 da-dun, 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 da-dun.
Okay, here's my opinion, and then you can go from here.
Mhm.
I put this on the same level as Tangled
Yeah, I would say so.
because it
too.
has stood the
Mm.
test of time with it, which is why I compare it to it. But I think I'm hearing from what you guys are saying. Tangled probably has better songs, but it's like comparing an apple to an orange.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not saying that the songs compare to the other songs, but I'm saying putting in like okay, actually now that I'm saying this, they got the tiddly tiddlum, and then they got the Captain Hook song. The clock is after Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Hook, 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 tickety tockety tickety tock. The clock.
Yeah.
So like, but those are like what you said before about those speaking ones.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would say
that's why I'm saying like I
C.
think I put it C or D.
I would argue D, mostly because like, most people, if you say sing a song from Peter Pan, they're like,
Exactly. I was just gonna
you know, so like I know all them, like your mother and mine, your mother and mine.
Is
Like,
that
I
what the
love
mom
that
sings
song.
at the beginning?
No, that's what Wendy sings to the Lost Boys.
Okay, when she
Uh,
puts them to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what does
Yeah.
the mom sing at the beginning?
She doesn't sing anything. The mom doesn't sing a song.
Doesn't the mom say something to put them to bed?
She says stuff, but she doesn't sing a song.
I
But
agree with you though,
so-
because I
yeah,
said C
so
or D.
my-
Well, and if
yeah.
you were to say this at a party, like, oh my God, let's sing a Disney song, and you put on Peter Pan, people would
People
be
are
like,
like, what?
what is this?
Yeah, no one
Right?
sings a Peter Pan song. Like,
Yeah.
people know about Peter
It's
Pan, but they
great,
don't
but
sing
They don't know it.
Peter Pan.
There's
Alright.
more iconic ones, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think iconic is what we're going. Oh, fuck yeah. I love this soundtrack. Phil Collins did not have to go as hard as he did, and he did
He
it for
did.
us.
So
Oh,
For
yeah.
us, the
What a
millennials.
great soundtrack.
I'd say
That's
A.
definitely an A.
Yeah.
I freaking love this Tarzan soundtrack.
I wouldn't say Supreme, but
It's not supreme. I'd say the reason why it's an A is because of just like how everything ties in, and it's not really like a character sings a song. It's more, and it's literally just about the soundtrack, kind of similarly to how The Lion King was.
but this is why it's different though. It's a soundtrack, not
a character-driven. Yeah, there's a couple character-driven songs in there, but for the most part, like it's just a well-written
with Lion King,
soundtrack.
though.
yeah.
Well,
they
Lion
don't
King, but
sing.
Lion King has more
Well, I guess they
character
do
songs.
sometimes sing,
Like
yeah.
the if you're talking about the
I
Morning
just can't
Report,
wait to be king, and then
I just
and then
can't wait. The
Hakuna
Morning
Matata.
Report is sung by
That's
Zazu.
awesome.
So I'd say that it's definitely below an A.
For Tarzan.
No, actually, sorry, no. For
Below
soundtrack
S.
wise, below S
Oof.
is what I meant to say.
So
yeah.
A is fine
Yeah.
because Mulan and Tarzan, I could put those on the same level.
Yeah,
and
I'd
I don't,
agree.
I don't hate myself.
In terms of animation as
Let's,
well, great
let's
animation.
Check the stream too to make sure there's no like new followers or anything because we missed it last time.
I have the
Yes.
Streamlabs right here.
Do you have it? Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so next up we have
Da, 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 da.
Mona.
Oh
Okay,
my
can you guys not look
Moana.
at the screen when I hit the thing? Because you
Okay.
guys are like already reacting to the
Okay.
other names. I've never seen this movie.
Moana.
See the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me.
I think I like the visuals the best in this movie, and like the what can I say except you? Like that's all awesome.
Yeah.
I did actually when I watched this movie, I immediately downloaded the soundtrack, so that kind of says something. But I think it's the same level of Tangled.
I put it the same level
for
as
me.
Tangled. 'cause I haven't
I
seen it.
think so as well, just because I mean, like Lin-Manuel
It is
Miranda, I'm a
new.
little bit biased when it comes to him because everything he does, I just adore.
Yeah.
But yeah, every single one of my students, it was the same thing with Frozen. Like they all wanted to sing, what was it song?
No one knows how far I'll go.
How Far I'll Go. Thank you.
Okay, so I didn't want these picks to be like this, so I don't really care. We're still gonna use it.
It's fine. Oh, this is a great one.
Hood.
Robin Hood. I've seen this movie. It's just been a while,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Me
I
too.
do know
It's
well
old.
enough that I know I'm saying this and I can't even think of a song.
Mhm.
But this ain't no D. Like this is something in my opinion that's like a C because it like, and I know I'm saying this without being able to name a song,
Uh-huh.
but I remember singing along. Like I
would
remember
say that
singing
it's a
with.
D if you don't know the song titles because that's what we said with Peter Pan too.
Was
We
like
said,
Test of Time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I meant to say this is not E. I'm just mixing up.
Oh
the
yeah, no,
letters,
it's not.
sorry.
I wouldn't say it's an E either. I'd say it's definitely D
A D.
because I think most people our age would know the singing, the
Like,
singing
more or less what I was
rooster
getting
song.
at is it's not Alice in
Yeah.
Wonderland.
Yeah.
Like Alice in
Right.
Wonderland, I can't think of an actual song other than
Mhm.
these little tidbit things.
Mhm.
Whereas Peter Pan, I know had musical numbers in them,
Mhm.
where Robin Hood was singing, where the big guy
Yeah.
was singing.
Yeah, Alice in Wonderland was more of just like, did somebody sing something? I don't remember.
We're painting the
Is
roses
it a
red.
musical?
We're painting the
Painting the-
roses
yeah, yeah.
red. Like it's just like 5 seconds of a thing, and then they're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, Robin Hood definitely has more
Yeah, I would say D.
yeah, I'd agree as on a D as
Even
well.
E, but just D.
I'd agree on a D.
okay,
Oh,
Okay,
In the wrong chord.
So-
been thinking about this a lot.
you can fight me,
I'm wishy.
but I'm gonna say this right now. S. And the reason I'm saying S, just let me finish my sentence, okay? Let me finish my
Okay.
sentence. Stood the test of time, 100%.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
singing a song that's 100 years old.
Yeah.
Secondly, they're very, like, her voice
It's different.
is, in my opinion, like,
The
you
most
put Phil
memorable-
Collins on there, it's
Yeah.
like, it's very, like, modern-y, but her
Mhm.
voice is so memorable. And I'm specifically thinking of the song, when she sings
Someday my prince
That one?
will come.
but the one she sings with the birds.
I'm wishing for the one I love.
What-
the
what-
ah,
Yeah, but what's
That
the one
we
where
saw
they
on the
paint,
street.
where they put their feet on the pie?
Oh, with a smile and a song.
And-
Marissa doesn't
So
like
then
so
throw
much, but
those
she
three
knows all the
songs. So then throw
I do
those
know
three
that one.
songs in, and then throw in the one that I hear people sing the most.
Uh,
Someday
Hi ho, hi ho, it's off
off
to
to
work
work,
we
yeah.
go.
oh.
Hi ho, hi ho, hi. So
It's got
what
a good
I'm getting
point.
at is those, the whole movie in general and the soundtrack has made it into people's mind as like, you can't go up to anyone and say, name a Snow White song, and them not be able to get a song out. And when they came out, at the time they came out, that was like a whole new thing to do.
Oh yeah,
Right.
they made a whole new category in the Academy Awards just because of Snow White. I don't disagree that it's not an important movie in the Disney cinematic universe. I just don't like her voice. I think it's annoying. But that being said, it's annoying because
How much
I
does it
remember
annoy you though? Then
so
when someone
much.
falls and it goes, I'll get a
It's
new
just
Disney character in there.
That no, that is fine. I don't mind that. It's just like hearing her sing an entire song drives me up the wall.
So where would you put her?
I wouldn't put her. I mean, I guess I understand your
Point of view.
your point of view in terms of putting it in an S because it's not fair to compare it to other songs. But I think the only reason you would put it in the S category is because it was the first Disney film, which I get. So I could agree on the S, but personally, I guess an A.
An A? What would you
guess.
do, Michelle? This is the agreement. We gotta come to an agreement here. I've just made my argument.
You're
That's
the
all.
deal
That's all
breaker.
I did. It's it.
Oh,
The only
gosh.
reason I put it in an A is because most people can name the songs. Most people know what her voice sounds like.
Yeah.
But I think that there's so many other better soundtracks, just better in general,
yeah.
that I would put in the you can't even compare because they're just so good.
Yeah, I would
That-
say
that-
A
You know?
or B. So if that goes against,
So how about we
You're
A?
saying
How about
A.
we settle with an A?
I can agree on an A.
Because like I get why we don't want to put this in S. And S is very like we have to all agree something's an S for it to be
is
S. Just so you know.
supreme.
If
yeah.
one person disagrees with the S,
Mhm.
it goes to an A.
Okay.
Even
Okay.
if one person disagrees.
All
Okay,
right.
so we'll get this
You sound great.
in there.
sound awesome.
So attractive.
Try not to go to the microphone.
All right. Never seen this movie.
Ooh. Yeah, this is a fun one.
got some good
Same guy
stuff.
who wrote the Toy Story soundtrack, Randy Newman.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's like very New Orleans jazz kind of stuff. And the thing that makes me very sad about this movie is that, again, most people can't name a song from this one just because the way Randy Newman writes, it's not super memorable. Like, they're good songs and I like them and I know all of them. And I really enjoyed every song on this soundtrack, but it's not memorable in the sense that, like,
not.
sing a song from Princess and the Frog. People are like, I don't know.
Or even tell me to talk about the movie, and I wouldn't be able to either.
See, I could because I love this movie and I've watched it a
Yeah.
million times.
It's a good, yeah.
So
The one thing I wanted to just kind of get out there is like
Mhm.
this movie might not be a big deal to us,
yeah.
but there are a lot of people out there.
exactly.
This is a big movie to them.
Oh yeah, there's a
Um,
lot of little girls who finally saw a princess that looked like them.
Yeah. So
that's very
that's the other
important to
reason
them.
why I knew. Okay, maybe I haven't seen this movie, but
But we're talking about soundtracks.
no, but that's what I'm getting
Yeah.
at. So
Mm-hmm.
so
That's
to then
tough.
have a soundtrack written for a minority character
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
when it is majority always written for non.
White
Yeah.
princess.
That's another thing that I feel like it is important. Like I understand it's not has nothing. It seems like it has nothing to do with the song.
Mm-hmm.
But all I was getting at is, it was just there's some people that these might be the only songs they know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's where I feel like I had to take myself out of my personal views
Mm-hmm.
and throw it on what would, as a whole of the world, what do you think they would put this soundtrack on?
I would say like a B, probably, B or an A, because just I mean, one, because of like where it sat in the Disney universe, and like it was their return to form as well for in 2D animation. And like the songs themselves are like super catchy and I love them.
Yeah.
So like Almost There is a song that's about like kind of working hard and keeping like just continue with what you're doing and you'll get there eventually. And then there's Ma Belle Evangeline, where it's a firefly singing about how he's in love with the star, and it's really cute. Yeah. And then there's Dr. Facilier's villain song, one of the best villain songs, I think.
I do remember that from that movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
crap.
I got friends on the
I just
other
realized
side.
something. Sorry, people. I
Yeah?
also forgot to do the little Mexican Disney movie.
Oh, Coco.
Sorry.
Oh, that's a
I
great
don't-
soundtrack.
Honorable mention. I know.
But
That's why,
that's-
as I was saying it, I was like, they won an Oscar.
Yeah,
Ooh.
freaking that one would
I just
be an
forgot
A
it.
for me.
I'm sorry. I went
that's
on the
okay.
Disney. I Googled Disney movies, and I went one at a time across the board, and it never came up
Yeah.
until the end.
Oh.
Like the ones that are at the end,
Yeah.
I didn't include them because I was like, well, if Google is telling me
Yeah.
this is what the most Googled movies are,
Yeah.
so apologies, but that's a really good soundtrack.
Yeah.
I just realized.
Oh,
I'm so
man.
sorry.
Remember
So, People would be
me.
like, Coco's.
Oh,
Where's
Coco's a
Coco?
great one.
And also the
Coco
fact that I just called it the
Loco.
Mexican Disney movie. So there's
But
that.
it is, though.
All right, here we go. Just lay it on me.
A.
S.
Ooh, S.
S?
S. A.
S.
S.
Okay,
Every
okay,
song.
okay,
Every
okay,
song
okay,
this
okay,
guy
okay.
made.
Right,
Every song.
right.
S,
Iconic.
fine,
Every
fine.
song.
Okay, fine.
Every
I agree.
song.
I agree. Fine.
And
S.
I just can't wait to be king. Oh, so good. And the
All
movie
right.
itself just trumps everything, which I know we're not supposed to keep as like.
No, but as
points,
little
but,
kids,
like-
it was like, and yeah, I guess also Lion King was like.
That's the most bought soundtrack. Did you know
yeah,
that?
yeah. Well,
Oh.
yeah. Most people when they talk about Disney, they mention Lion King.
Yeah.
I had that
And,
soundtrack.
Or they
I
go,
loved it.
because that's all they know.
I actually know all the Swahili words.
They take me to so many different emotions.
Yeah.
My grandma used to play that to put us to sleep, okay?
Yeah.
And it used to be a
Nice.
thing. It used to be a thing that if
What?
I didn't get to sleep by the 6th song,
Which is the
I was
villain
not
song.
going to sleep until the end of the album because the villain song started.
And
I could not
fall
you
asleep to
can't
that song.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I just
I
like when he goes,
mean-
so, wait, what's that part? He goes, sensational mood. Like when
Oh yeah. Sensational mood.
yeah,
the
that part.
chiming new era is tiptoeing nearer. And where do we feature? Just listen to teacher. That's a good one. Okay, fine. I agree. S.
It is
I,
pretty
it is an S. Yeah. Also because that movie was like Disney's breakthrough into their Renaissance age was with Lion King. I'm pretty sure it was with Lion King because like a lot of people were like, this is a dumb throwaway movie. Like no one's gonna care about this. And then it was like, boom, super successful.
Yeah. Well, it's
So-
cool how it's related to Shakespeare too. I think that's
It's
pretty
Hamlet
cool.
with lions.
Hamlet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's cool.
There's literally a part where Scar pulls out a skull and is like
Yeah.
talking to the skull. It's hilarious.
It's cool.
Well,
I like that.
there's
movie.
also a thing, if you ever have time, go look up, you know this Secret of Nim? You know that movie?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so go look up who made that movie. I can't remember his name right now. That guy used to work for Disney. Long story short, got fired or quit or whatever. I think he quit.
Oh,
I think he was like, fuck you guys, I can go do this on my own. And
Yeah.
they were like, sure you can. And they ended up making like 5 movies that were like
Good.
big for our life. Like
well, that was
All
like
Dogs Go to Heaven,
All Dogs Go to Heaven. Didn't they also
Anastasia.
Anastasia and the Swan Princess? Didn't they?
Yeah. Swan
I think so,
and
yeah.
Thumbelina as
And
well.
Thumbelina. And then the
Yes.
Trolls movie, Trolls of New York or whatever. But that's when it started to go downhill.
Yeah.
When he made the Trolls movie, I'm going to get this all wrong, but he made something
Makes
like the
sense.
Trolls movie. So he made a bunch of movies at the same time as Disney, and his were actually winning at the beginning.
Mhm.
But then Disney came out with like freaking Lion King when he came out with like the Trolls movie,
Yeah.
and it was just like
You can't-
that was the time that he just
Cannot
got
compare.
destroyed.
Yeah.
And so that's where yeah.
Interesting.
But
Makes sense.
Cool.
We got a lot to go through here, so let's jump to the next one.
And Elton John, come on.
Oh,
can't-
yeah.
You can't.
That's true.
You cannot.
Hercules.
Mm.
Okay, so
Mm.
I watched this recently
It's like an
actually.
A.
Okay, here's my thing.
Talking to Mike.
I know. I get why we want to say an A, but this is the only reason why I can't put it on that level. I go back to what we said before about other songs.
Mhm.
We recently watched it. You know everything to
Mhm.
know about Disney.
Yeah.
If I walk at the average person on the street, they can't name a Hercules song. Most people,
You don't think?
no, like even right now, if I had to name you the name of a Hercules song,
I guess you're
I
a
can't.
good example. We're just.
and I just
Yeah.
watched it, and I'm a guy, so this is like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but this was the movie where guys were like, oh, Disney movies? Yeah, I like Peter Pan, Hercules, and anything else to do with man. So like,
manly.
like,
Manly man.
I just like the way you phrase that. Just anything else has to do with a man.
well, that's just like what guys did as kids. Like, it's
I
so
know, it's
funny.
just
Like,
funny.
they would never admit Cinderella's my favorite movie. You
Yeah.
get shot by the other guys. So
Yeah.
like, it was like Hercules, Toy Story, and fucking that one. So That's the reason why I can't put it on an A,
Okay.
is because I don't think most people could name 3 Hercules songs. I could name
I would
3 songs from all of these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting more into the Pocahontas. Is where
I think people
Sorry,
can name Go the
Pocahontas.
Distance. So I think we should
Go the
with
well, I
B.
think go the distance, and like even if they're like Hercules, people are like Hercules, and it's like yeah, that's one of the songs.
But they don't know much else. But
Yeah,
we could put it at B, I think.
like zero.
But
to
what
hero.
I'm getting at though is why I consider it still a B.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that I feel like they put so much into the music, like with those 3 girls.
Mm-hmm.
The
the-
muses.
There was 5, but that's okay. Keep
There was
going.
5 of them?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
there's 5 muses.
It really added another level where like almost the whole entire movie felt like it just had moments where it was just for no apparent reason people would bust into song for 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, and here's the other thing with Hercules. Another fun Disney fact. This is just gonna be fun Disney facts with Marissa. This movie, the people who made Hercules, they actually wanted to make Treasure Planet, and they kept trying to ask them to make Treasure Planet. And before they were allowed to make Treasure Planet, the CEO was like, "Make this first." And he's like, "Make it as appealing to as many audiences as possible," which is why this is why the soundtrack is the way it is, why it's animated the way it is, why there's so many pop culture references in there, why it's about like the hero movie's like a sports movie,
And there's no Greek goddesses
and it ended up
stuff.
flopping in the box office.
Oh.
Yeah, so for that reason, I guess
Really?
yes, I would agree a B, even though I think it's an A. But
Do you know what's funny?
Sorry.
Is that when we watched that movie, Chris had no idea that Meg was technically a bad character.
oh really?
He didn't know that. He's
I
like,
didn't
she's bad?
No, but do you know why? You don't know why.
Why?
I didn't see Hercules as many times as I saw the Hercules TV show.
I've
I've seen the TV show. I've seen every episode as a kid.
Yeah.
She's good in
After
the
that,
episode.
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
never bad.
So interesting.
So I never knew that she was bad at the beginning. Just like
well, not bad by
Aladdin,
choice,
I didn't
guess.
realize for the longest time that the bird was good. Or not good, was bad.
was the bad
Okay.
guy? Yeah.
Because I watched the TV show.
Uh,
And he was good in the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things where it's like, even Buzz Lightyear. I watched the Buzz Lightyear TV show more than I've ever seen the
Toy
Toy
movie.
Story,
Now I've
yeah.
seen them 100 times. But just as a kid, like I lived in the States for a little bit, and the Disney Channel and the ABC and the Warner Brothers,
Mm-hmm.
they all had different like shows that were movies that were then turned into TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
That I have more of a recollection of that TV show than I do of
Yeah,
the actual movie.
that
Right.
makes sense.
But yeah, anyways.
Totally.
All right, next one.
Cool.
is-
A hero, major.
Okay, no peeking, no peeking.
Okay, not peeking.
Lilo and Stitch.
Oh,
Can't name one song.
Like F. Sorry.
name one song.
Hawaiian roller coaster ride. There's no place I'd rather be than on a surfboard out at sea. That one again is more of like background music than actual character. I don't think a
Yeah.
single character sings in this movie, except for Nani, where
Someone
she goes
fight me. I'm keeping it F.
aloha oi, aloha
Oh,
oi,
yeah.
eke o na no na no.
But still, like,
But that's
Ikari
because
o-
of her job, isn't it? That she's
No, she sings because it's the night where the government is going to take Lilo away, and she sings basically the national song of Hawaii. And actually, another fun fact: this song actually turned into like an anthem for Hawaii because of just the government coming in and like basically occupying the island of Hawaii. And so when people sing this song, it's a metaphorical fuck you to the U.S. government. So when
Love
she
it.
sings it in the movie, it was like super controversial. Yeah, but I agree. No one can really name songs
No.
from Lilo and Stitch,
But they can
even
name
though
the
that is
quote.
probably one of my favorite Disney
They can
movies.
name the
well, me
quote.
too. Like, a lot of these
Elvis
movies,
songs. There are a lot of Elvis songs in there.
just to be clear, a lot of these movies that we're ranking on whatever order we're ranking has nothing to do with the actual movie. Like,
Yeah.
this would be a whole different order if we were going through, like,
Yeah.
top Disney movies. It's
Yeah.
just because I was even thinking about that. I'm like, there's going to be a lot of movies that we're going to rank low
Yeah.
that I fucking love.
Yeah.
But it's just because I forgot about another honorable mention that you're going to be a little annoyed about. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
What? That was my S movie.
I know,
Are
I
you
know.
kidding me? That's an honor. That is not an honorable mention.
I'm sorry. But guess
That
what?
is part of the Disney Renaissance. How dare you?
On the list of, like, popularity,
Ugh.
it was like 31st.
Yeah, I know, because it
Yeah.
flopped in the box office. I know.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
I'm so upset.
All right.
That was my S movie.
Distracting you.
Fine.
Frozen.
F.
I haven't seen
I
it.
don't care.
So
She's just too mad.
I'm too mad about Hunchback of
I
Notre
haven't
Dame.
seen this movie.
Ugh.
I know it has
So
a great
mad.
one song
Yes.
that everyone likes to sing,
Yeah.
but from there,
It's like
I'd say it's C. It's at the same level of Tanglement.
Maybe
Maybe a
I
little
mean,
bit higher.
you
No,
two,
I-
whatever you two decide on, I agree with because I've never seen it.
okay. I personally, I think the Tangled soundtrack is better than the Frozen soundtrack, but I think the Frozen soundtrack is more popular
It's more
than the
popular.
Tangled
So
soundtrack.
what? It's all about opinion then.
So I'd
But
I'd
to
put
me,
it
that
on
sounds
the
like that
same-
commercial. Does your battery give you more power or more life? More power, more life, more power, more life. But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's why what you're saying about Tangled
Yeah.
sounds like more life, more power. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Well, and
two
it
different
came out
things.
very close to each other. So I'd probably put it in the
It
same
did.
category as Tangled. I'd
Yeah.
put it
So
as
Tangled?
a C. Yeah.
Oop.
Well,
I want to make it that flat.
yeah.
It's done.
That's hard.
We're moving on.
That's a really hard one.
I like that this is this easy. Can I just say that? All right, Jungle Book.
Ooh.
Okay, this I'll start. I want to start this off. Okay.
Mhm.
The reason I would put this in the A category. Okay.
Mhm.
When you're a kid,
Mhm.
arguably when you see this movie, arguably
Yeah.
one of the ones you sing the most because.
Ooby doo, I wanna be like you.
And then the song where he sings with Baloo.
Oh, bare necessities.
The bare necessities.
But wouldn't you agree that the only reason you sing those songs is because they were in every single commercial before you watched your other Disney movies on the VHS tapes? That might be the reason
I
why.
honestly don't know any Jungle Book songs other than that one Bare Necessity song, but I couldn't even sing that to you if you asked me.
I
to.
know the one where she sings, "I will go to fetch the water."
Yeah, actually, now that I said that, I'm
So
like,
I don't know.
I just like that song specifically was because I quote that one all the time.
Yeah.
So maybe I would put this on the same as C because it's.
I would say D, same level as Robin Hood.
I would say same
And
level
can
as
we
Robin
mention
Hood.
the fact that the bears are the exact same but different colors.
Did you know that they are the same
They
bear?
recycled the
Wow.
animation.
Go to town.
They recycled the animation.
Do you remember the thing I
because
told you
they
about
were-
Toy Story?
Yeah.
That's the same thing they did
yeah,
with this.
because they were like, "Hey, animation is expensive,
Yeah.
and we have this animation already. Let's
This footage.
just recycle
Okay,
this
Same
footage."
freaking voice actor too.
They did it for Aristocats too. They recycled animation for Aristocats as well from Jungle Book and Robin Hood.
I was telling her last night about the guy who comes in and goes in Toy Story 2. He's like, "You can't rush art."
Yeah,
That's the same guy
from
from the chess thing.
Yeah. What's it? Artie's Chess Game or something?
That's a really great.
It's a great short.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
how
it's
he's just like
awesome.
really
It is a
serious
good
about
show.
every play. All right, next one.
It's a
Bugs
good
Life.
movie,
That's
though.
another great movie is A Bug's Life. But anyway,
Is that Disney?
Bambi.
I
This one
can't
sucks.
name
F.
a single
This
song.
movie
It
This
is
is
an
the,
F.
okay. Just so we're clear,
This
this is the
movie
example I thought of
sucks.
when I put it up, and I went, "Great movie, horrible soundtrack."
It's not a good movie.
You
No, but I
can't-
just mean like I meant great as in like in the Disney Renaissance era. This would be up there for them.
like
But I don't know a fucking single song.
I remember
Is there a song?
songs. I remember there were songs in it. I just don't remember any of the songs.
Sing it.
Like there's a song about spring and rain.
Wait, are we gonna count? Are we gonna count sound like? Because what you were just about to say,
Score?
the thing where it's like, ding, 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 ding,
That,
ding,
yeah,
ding,
yeah,
ding,
yeah.
ding, 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 ding. That's really cool, but it's not a song. But
I
it is a song.
Well, I
Score.
think that most people don't associate Bambi with its soundtrack. I feel like a lot of these other movies, you associate it with its soundtrack.
Hey,
I
but
say
think
F.
about it, a lot of Americans might like the one song where the gun goes off.
This
America.
is the same
America.
level
NRA.
as Lilo and Stitch.
No, this is F with like if there's a
F
lower than F,
minus.
this is what we're doing. Okay, we're turning this upside down.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're making it. That's how bad it is. Okay?
Yeah.
There is no music in this movie.
There's barely any music.
Like the half of songs in Alice in Wonderland are better than the Bambi songs.
I agree.
Okay. Anyways, next one.
Upside
Oh,
down.
Beauty and the
Okay,
Beast.
so
S,
I would.
S, fight me. S, S,
I was gonna
I say
say
S.
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 The reason why is
The
because
candlestick.
well, yes, like this was one of the Disney's first, and again, like this, Beauty and the Beast was another one that won an Academy
So good.
Award for
So good.
for the animation and everything, but it was one of the first Disney movies that actually like was able to be aged up to be a Broadway production. Like the whole soundtrack was written to be a Broadway production. And it was, and also, sorry, another thing, Tim Rice, one of the lyricists for Beauty and the Beast, he died while in production of Beauty and the Beast. He passed away from HIV, I think, or AIDS. And there was one part, it's just a fun fact about the movie. So yes, I
Yeah.
would put it in an S category. There was one section of the movie where they were talking.
Yeah,
it
he
was
even
like,
said, the chat even said, Beauty and the Beast is here because of Gaston.
Yeah. It's a great one.
Yeah, I totally agree. And because they had Celine Dion too, it's kind of iconic. And I know she's not like worldly iconic necessarily, more
Yeah.
Canadian iconic, but still like that made it pretty cool.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
and
I was gonna just say real quick, jump in.
oh yeah.
This is where this gets complicated for me. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I can't put this in the same category as Lion King, but I can't move Lion King down. Because one is a soundtrack, and one is all of the characters singing all the songs. And that to me is two totally different things.
But this one, all the characters.
That's what I'm saying. Beauty and the Beast, every song is the characters singing it.
Extras sing the song. Too.
No, but you're missing my point. Every single song is the characters singing, okay? And every single song is a banger. Every single song in Lion King is a banger. But not every single song is sung by the characters.
Okay. Then let me lay this one on you, Christopher. So, there's the beginning section with the prologue.
Yes.
For
That-
which one? Sorry.
Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, continue.
Like that whole with the harp. That's used. I've heard that used in a lot of other movies. It's like at this point it's an iconic.
So are you trying to
little
help me
line.
in this argument?
I'm saying that it does belong in the same category as Lion King.
But I'm saying Lion King is lower. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
No, I'm saying they're both pretty equal in that.
But
in
the only
that
reason I'm
term.
saying that though is because
You're saying it's low.
Hakuna Matata, sung
Mhm.
by the people.
Yeah.
I Just Can't Wait to Be King, sung
Mhm.
by the people. But ain't nobody singing Nights Awenya, which is being sung by just someone off screen.
Yeah.
The song with the shit's hitting the fan and his dad died,
Mm-hmm.
not being sung by someone. That's just being in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the evil song is sung by Scar.
Mm-hmm.
But if I go through Beauty and the Beast, Belle sings that song where she walks through town.
Yeah.
Gaston sings the song where he's like
Sings about himself.
about
His
himself,
little
pretty
kid
much.
Sings the songs about Gaston.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name. What's his name?
Le Fou
La Fou.
Yeah.
means the fool.
So what I'm getting at is, I will still put these in the category, but I wish there was like an SA category because
Yeah.
I would put Lion King in SA, and I would put Beauty and the Beast above it.
Comparable to both S. I think so, but that's just.
But we're gonna leave it. I'm just
I
saying
think
that's my
for
that's
their,
my
I
thing.
think for their own reasons, they're both in the escort category
Yeah.
for their own reasons. I don't
That's-
think
that's a
they're
good point.
comparable. It's like comparing apples and oranges.
At least we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so far, Lion King and Beauty and the Beast are
so
like
iconic.
the what's the word I'm looking for?
The winners.
The high ranking.
Like the test or whatever.
Yeah. They're the bar has been set.
Dumbo.
F. I don't know.
I'd also put it in the F category mostly because like I can't really name
Dumbo.
any songs from Dumbo. Like I do know the one song that's sung by the super racist crows. I've seen an elephant fly.
Yeah,
They are super racist. One
No,
of
I
them
know.
is named fucking Jim. Like,
I
and they're
agree, I
all
agree.
voiced by white actors, and it's horrible. And it's like, what the fuck are you thinking,
It's
Disney?
an old movie too.
So would we put this on E or F?
I'd put it on the F category,
Yeah.
mostly because it's like if
There's probably
people
something else.
you try to sing a song from Dumbo and people are like, no one knows
Don't
any
know
songs
one.
from Dumbo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cinderella, nice and dandy.
Aw.
Cinderella. Rank the Radiohead albums. Rank the Radiohead albums or Death Grips albums. Dumbo is fucking.
S. No, he's saying S.
I don't care. You meant to say
it,
shit.
I thought.
Cinderella. So
So this
Tough.
is love.
is that the one
So
she's
this
cleaning? Is that what she sings while
love.
she's hemming to herself?
No, that's Sing Sweet Nightingale. Sing Sweet Nightingale, sing Sweet
Chris,
Nightingale.
Name a Cinderella song. Let's start with this.
Cinderella, nice and
Okay,
dandy.
so here
Cinderella,
we
do
go.
the mopping, do the sweeping.
So this is definitely not an F
Oh,
or
oh.
lower.
Okay, I have a great argument as to why it could be an A.
Okay.
The reason why is because when one of the things I noticed, even as a child, I noticed this, was that even when the characters aren't really doing much and they're just kind of going about their day and
Yeah.
they're getting into shenanigans, the soundtrack mimics what's happening on the screen. So like if you go back and watch Cinderella and you watch the whole scene where they're
mice and
running
the
away
cat?
from the cat,
I was just gonna say,
yes.
it literally plays to their footsteps.
and they're like running after like I can name you all, I can sing it all
I
to
think you just found the root of my anxiety when Gus has the cheese.
yeah.
That is the root of all of my anxiety. Like he's just like running. You're like, why are you doing this, man? It's one piece of cheese. You got like 6 more. Like just go. And he's like, no,
Yeah.
I gotta get that
And
one.
then he grabs like all the cheese and he's like and he's like running around. Like,
Then you're like,
"Oh,
okay, I
sorry,
get
no,
it,
it's
man.
not cheese, it's pieces of corn.
Oh,
is
it's
what
pieces
it
of
is,
corn.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they break the necklace and they try to string it onto his tail and they're running away. Oh, I love that scene.
Okay,
So
well,
that's why I argue it's an A.
I would put it B,
Yeah.
and the only reason why I would put it B is
Oh, it's hard.
it's got good songs, but like she said,
What's the Disney
A
theme song?
dream is a wish your heart makes.
Is that the Disney theme park song?
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's pretty like
What is it? Sorry.
like you know when the movie starts and it's a Disney logo and it goes.
Oh no, that's
That's Snow White?
that's Pinocchio. When you wish upon a
Oh,
star.
that's our Pinocchio
Yeah.
argument. Okay.
And we put Pinocchio on E, so that didn't really help very much for
Yeah.
that guy.
So I don't know because I think Cinderella's a little bit more.
I'm sorry, I can't put it even.
It's
I
tough.
can't even compare it to Hercules.
I think it's movie wise incredible, but soundtrack is like.
Like I put it
it's-
C,
it's-
right in the
It's
middle.
good, but it's not
Where do you,
outstanding.
what letter do you put it on specifically?
I guess I would have to say C. C. I wouldn't say D because I know some Cinderella songs, but I would say C because I know some, but I don't know them to the extent of Hercules. So
What
it would
about
be
you?
C.
What letter you put it on?
Well, I would put it on A because I think that they're just classic songs. They've stood the test of time.
Yeah.
So let's meet in the middle.
Um,
We'll go B
Okay.
Okay.
because I'm okay with that being next to. No,
Me in
sorry.
the
I
middle.
can't
Why?
put it next to Pocahontas.
Oh.
That seems like a
Yeah.
mean thing to Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll stick with C, I guess.
Like I would put it here because you guys even named good songs from Tangled.
Yeah.
So you're still saying Tangled's a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's just not as good as Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that's
this
true.
scale, it sucks because it's like we're rating a C. We look at C as like what we do on a report card,
Yeah.
but really it's like
It's in the middle.
when S is so big and A is so big, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not fair for everyone underneath. But
That's true.
okay, let's
All
go
right,
to.
fine. I agree with that. I'm still mad about Hunchback.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God, A.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's A. Or
Okay.
S.
Okay.
S?
So
Ooh.
I'd say
I want to hear
the
you
reason
choose,
why
and then I'll say it at the end.
I as much as I love the Little Mermaid soundtrack, I wouldn't put it as an S only because you probably can't name as many songs in Little Mermaid as you could for Beauty and the Beast and Lion King. That being said,
Can we test this? Let's see, because
Okay.
I'm just I consider myself your regular Disney viewer.
I mean, you
Okay.
can't compare it to me. 'cause
That's
I
what I'm
know
saying to
every
you.
song for
Okay,
every single
so
one.
under the sea,
okay,
the one she sings when she wants to be a
part of your world.
part of your world. Yeah, I
Yes.
just couldn't remember the name. The song when she. I don't know if I just named this, but the song where she like sings about being with the guy.
Yes,
That's
that's
the
the
same one, yeah.
reprise of the song. A reprise, a part of your world.
Oh, that is a part
yeah,
of your world. Okay,
it's the
so-
same thing where she sings to it on like she sings the one about just being in the cave, and then she sings it again when she saves him on shore.
Okay, can we also pause for a second too?
Yes.
We consider people like Vanilla Ice to be a big deal.
Okay.
Like not saying big deal, but enough
Where are
of
you
a
going
big deal.
with this?
Or we
Yeah.
consider people like who's the person that sings that song with the puppy dog and you want to save the puppy dog commercial?
What?
The
Arms
arms
of
of
an
an
Oh,
angel.
Michelle.
Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah McLachlan.
Okay.
Michelle.
That's
Anthony.
the only Sarah McLachlan song I know,
Yeah.
but that still made her big. So
Mhm.
think about how big Under the Sea is.
Yeah.
Huge.
Under the Sea. Like that's arguably, if you had to rank the
Under
songs,
the
best songs
sea,
made by Disney,
God is better.
that would make top 5
Oh,
in
yeah,
my
that's
opinion.
Definitely one of the better. Part of your world as well is
Huge.
one
It's
of the
huge.
that's I mean that was the song I was singing when my brother was listening to me sing under the bed.
So
So
what I'm getting at is they have A++ songs.
Yeah.
But then I know the evil character sings a song. And I don't know that song very well.
Unfortunate souls. Yeah, I guess it'd be an A.
So what I'm getting
think
at
we're
is
just
they
saying
have
S
so many
because-
A++ songs, and then the songs that I don't know, like the one about
still
the evil
good.
character, it's still good. But because those ones are so good, like we're talking like, in my opinion, we're talking like I just can't wait to be king good.
yeah.
But they don't have as many. So I
Mm.
get what you're saying, where they don't have as many as S.
I guess
Yeah.
they have
So-
3 really good songs, and then not Disney, Beauty and Lion have way
Like to take it out of
Yeah.
A is what I'm getting at. Like to put it in A, I think is a good.
That's
place.
well, yeah. That's what I was saying. The only reason I wouldn't say S is because of that reason.
It's
I-
because they
that's
just
why I
don't
would
have
put-
as many bangers as Lion
And
King.
it's not that it was like my favorite movie growing up. I'm not
Still
saying
is
that
my
it's because
favorite
I hate the movie. I'm saying it's because there was only like 3 songs that I think most people knew.
True.
So
Um,
We didn't even name Kiss the
what I have a
Girl,
question though
too.
for is
So popular.
this is leading me to my point of, so I think we have an agreement that this is an A.
It's an A.
It's
yeah.
an A.
I don't think this is an E.
Pinocchio?
This is what it's bringing me back to this is because When You Wish Upon a Star is the #1 Disney song of all time.
Yeah, but we're talking soundtracks, not just songs.
I understand that, though, but how much weight could one song help your soundtrack? Could it just bump it up from an E
I would
to
say
a D?
I would say it's still an E because if you ask
Like I want to
ask
trade
someone
these
who
two.
knows nothing about Disney, they wouldn't be able to even sing this song.
I
So
wanna
yes,
trade these
to
two.
us it's
I can't name a single Robin Hood song. I can't name a single Robin Hood song.
So
But-
you're saying
But
Well,
Pinocchio
I
is
can
better
sing
than that.
the do-do-do-do-do-do, Robin Hood and Little
But
John.
You're
ride
almost
through the
not fair though,
forest.
because
Yeah,
I could pull out
I
Bolt,
guess.
and you'd probably bolt out a song.
I actually, Bolt I don't know.
But okay, maybe not Bolt.
But
what I'm getting at, though, is
yeah.
I would put this there and this there.
maybe they're all on the same level. No.
Because I
No, they're
get what
not.
you're saying. They don't have that
Yeah.
many, but we're not talking about A. We're talking about a D.
Mhm.
And if Peter Pan gets in D based on 2 songs, and
Bareness-
Robin Hood
yeah,
gets on there
and-
based on 1,
and Jungle Book gets there based on 2 songs as well.
I see. What you're saying.
I'm just saying I would
So
put
maybe
this there.
Pinocchio is on E along with Jungle Book, and the other 2 are on D. Sorry, E.
So wait, this one is here,
Those 2 are down.
and
Peter
these
Pan.
2?
Yeah,
And
no,
then
Peter Pan
Peter-
and Jungle Book are on E. If that's what we're going by,
Yeah, I'd
because
agree.
Jungle Book has a little bit more of a place
Yeah.
with people. No, I'm keeping it on
no,
D.
keeping
Yeah.
Jungle Book on D, and then putting Robin Hood and Peter Pan on
because those are a little bit less known,
E.
I
Yeah,
would do
I'd
this.
agree. I'd agree with that.
right?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that feels right. Because they're
Yeah.
both on the equal level. Like they're popular, but not by that much.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Man, this is this is not what I was expecting to be doing today. This is fun though. I like it.
Okay, we only have a couple more, so we're
Okay.
gonna rifle through this. Perfect. We only got like 3 more. Aristocats.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
I'd say it's
Every cat's the only cat who knows where it's at.
Definitely has good songs.
D
Yeah.
or C.
Can't
I don't know.
can't knock that. The whole thing is literally
Yeah, the
Based on
soundtrack.
music.
I'd probably say like I might put it in the same category as Peter Pan
Yeah,
and Robin
yeah.
Hood for
Oh.
in
somewhere
terms
around
of like
here. Yeah, I agree.
people being able to name songs, because really there's that one, maybe the Thomas O'Malley song, but really there's not much else from Aristocats that people can name.
think
because
Robin
there's
Hood is
not
a
a
good
lot
one.
of songs in that one.
Like, the cat is this song I know. I don't wanna be whatever you just
Everybody
said.
wants to be a cat.
That's about it.
But
so I
there's
agree with
not
you.
really that many songs in it anyway.
Yeah, so let's go with
So
E.
I'd say E
I
as
think
well.
that's a safe bet. What a cute little kitty.
At the end of
Oh
this,
my
we're gonna
God.
save it and we're gonna post it on Yay
Someone-
Music.
Okay, hold on. Someone did a Truth Hurts
Ooh, we got a lot. We
overlay
haven't been chatting. Sorry.
of that song with the Aristocats.
Yeah.
And it's like, play me a song. And she goes, do, do, do.
Um,
It looks like she's singing.
So
You do
we're
your
basing
skills
it
and
off
your
of a bunch of things.
arpeggios.
So he just asked us what we're basing it off of. So essentially, what we're basing off is like a bunch of things.
Michael.
We're kind of basing it off of, one is like how many big name songs are there. 2, how good are those songs? Also, like the nostalgia factor does play
Over
a part.
time.
And the
Because, like-
cultural weight of the songs as well.
Yeah. So there's like a lot going into it, but to be honest with you, we're 3 people who think we know a lot about something, and we're just putting our opinions on
I
it.
legit know a lot about Disney though.
does.
I'm
Except
like
for her, she does
I'm
know
like
a lot.
an unofficial expert.
Yeah, you should work for Disney. You
I
should work
should.
at
I
Disneyland.
should.
101
Disney.
Dalmatians. I don't know.
I don't know any
Like,
songs.
There's
Cruella
Cruella
DeVille.
DeVille, yeah.
Cruella DeVille.
I'd probably put it in an
Okay, but
okay,
actually,
I
though,
would put it what?
I just want to say something real quick. It's my favorite song. That's not my
a good
favorite
one.
sound, but the way the song comes in.
If she
When the guy
doesn't
comes in,
scare you, no evil thing will. And he's like dancing around the living room, and his wife's just like, "God, you're an idiot!" Like it's
It's
amazing.
real life.
Yeah.
I would say it's
I'd say it's an F,
it's F.
just because of that. I mean, like, not many people know songs from 101 Dalmatians,
No,
Um,
barely any.
and that's the only one.
And
right?
the only reason
So-
you know Cruella DeVille is because you're a Disney
shit.
person. But if you're not
Yeah.
a Disney person at all, you will not know Cruella DeVille.
Yeah.
Which is
You have to go
unfortunate,
edit
but
or
No, I
Command
see
Z. Yeah, you could do that too.
I made a mistake.
I was about to start singing it. Have you guys seen the live action version of that movie? It's great.
I have actually.
I think that I saw
There's
that
one
before I
actress in it.
saw
It's got
the
Hugh
cartoon
Laurie in
version.
it.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Hugh Laurie's one of the henchmen. Bette Midler,
Yeah.
I think.
No.
Or no,
No,
not Bette Midler.
she's
that's
famous.
Hocus Pocus.
Devil Wears Prada. Let's go, people.
Um,
Come on, you guys can get this.
No, it's not Meryl
Um,
Streep.
No, it's not Meryl Streep.
No, not. No, oh, that's not who I was thinking of. I thought she was in what?
No, I
Devil
know
Wears
her
Prada
name.
is Meryl Streep.
No, she's super famous. She's
Um,
literally just plays this character, and I swear to God, she's in Devil Wears Prada.
That's Meryl Streep.
Her
I
name's
know
Glenn
you're-
Close, so I
Glenn
just don't
Close,
really.
Thank you.
She's not in Devil Wears Prada.
No,
That's
she's
Meryl
not
Streep.
Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, sorry, I fucked
But
that up.
But
they
yes,
do
Glenn
look alike.
Close. Yeah, she
I've been
she
saying
plays
that
an
forever.
amazing Cruella. She's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah,
But
she's
just
good.
I don't know.
Jasper,
this-
you idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, so where am I going with this?
F.
F.
Yeah.
Oh, we put the puppy and the cat together.
No.
Oh,
Move
no,
it
never
to
mind.
F.
No, never mind. F.
Move it
Damn
to F now.
All right.
I'm still really upset about Hunchback. I haven't forgotten. I'm really upset about it.
But I couldn't name you a single
Last one.
Hunchback song.
Aladdin.
A. S. I don't know. Oh, new world. It's S.
Okay, while you're doing that,
Arabian Nights, like Arabian days.
What else?
A fool off is good.
What about the
a whole
Genie
new
song?
world. There's never had a friend,
like
never
you.
had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend.
So is
you
it A? Is it A?
I'd also say I'm just trying to think of other songs. There's Jafar's villain song is amazing,
I don't know.
where he just goes batshit insane and he starts. It's great. He says, Prince Ali, yes, it is he, but not as you know him. Read my lips and come to grips with reality. I watched Aladdin so much. I felt there's a picture of me falling asleep in front of the TV watching Aladdin. I would say the reason why I would say it's an S.
S?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if I can agree with that.
I
think
would
I
say-
can hop on the A board, but
I would say the reason why it's an S is because just Alan Menken, he worked on Lion King. He
Yeah.
worked on Beauty and the Beast. He worked on Little Mermaid. He worked on Aladdin. I
The
would
best
say
of the
either
best.
an S or an A because, I mean, A is obviously like, yes, it's an obvious A, but I would argue for S because A Whole New World, if you had to say, name me a Disney song, most people go, A Whole New World.
Yeah.
And it's just the cultural significance of that song as well as Friend Like Me. It's had this huge impact on the culture of Disney-dom.
Robin Williams. Oh.
so this is where I get what you're saying,
Yes.
but I could sit here and I could convince you to put Tarzan in S. Because I could convince you that having a Grammy nominee writing you an Oscar-winning soundtrack,
Mm-hmm.
that he's got 5 bangers on there. Because that song that the mom sings when she's taking care of the kid,
Mm-hmm.
arguably has left the most impression on me in my entire life.
Mhm.
Like that song makes me sad. And the song that NSYNC sings in the da ba da
Oh,
doo
yeah,
doo
yeah,
da ba da ba
Trash
doo
Like
doo.
Camp. Yeah,
So I could convince you that Tarzan could be an S in the same manner that you could convince me that Aladdin should be an S.
I mean, I'd be happy to move Tarzan to an S.
But this is what I'm getting at is I can't because I go back to why are Beauty and the Beast and Lion King in the S? Because every single song is a hit. Because every single song in Beauty and the Beast and Lion King, for your average Disney fan, if you sat them down long enough, could get it out of their mouth, even if you gave them little hints. But every single song in Aladdin, like every single song, is not on that level. The Jafar song you just sang,
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea was even in the movie, and I honestly didn't remember it until right now. So that's the only reason why I go back to same thing with Tarzan. Not every song in there everybody knows, like how they know every song in Lion King and
Beauty
every
and the
song in
Beast,
Beauty and
yeah.
the Beast. So I have to go back to, unfortunately, I would go A.
All right.
What about you, Michelle?
Because I really would want to put Ariel also on S, but because there's only one song that's like the song, which is part of your world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Under the Sea.
And because
And
we
Under the
didn't,
Sea,
and Under
yeah.
the Sea, because we didn't put it on S, and I would probably put.
I would put
also
Ariel,
on A.
that song the Evil Lady sings, as the same thing as Jafar,
tough.
where
Yeah.
it's like people don't know that one,
Yeah.
But they know the popular.
but they know the popular ones. So that's why I would put them on A. But
All
I,
right.
Yeah, I think it's
All
A.
right, fine. I
That's
can
still
live
a
with
great
that.
honor to be on A, but
I mean, I'm sure the Disney execs will be like, "What the hell are they
you.
doing?" Yeah.
we worked so hard on that. How dare you? Yeah, it's fair.
Well, if that's how we're ranking this, then I guarantee my S category won't be your S category.
oh, and I found it. Okay,
Ah,
so I know what you're gonna say. So I'm not gonna let you go first.
okay.
I'm gonna kind of bring you down to level, if that makes
Okay,
sense.
Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so you love this movie,
yes.
but Michelle had never even seen this movie,
Mm-hmm.
so that puts it on the level of what most people have done.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have really good songs in it? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Could Michelle right now name you any song? No. But she watched it recently with me.
Mm-hmm.
Could I name any song right now? No.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen that movie at least 5 times. But when I watch it, do I love the songs? Yes.
yeah.
So on that note, I need you to take it from an S and land somewhere where you convincingly feel good because I'm letting this be the movie that you rank. We're not even going to have an opinion on this. This is just your movie. But you have to keep in mind what I just said.
Yes.
So where do you go with it?
I agree. Okay, I know we're not going to put it in the S category, but I wanted to say the reason why I would want to put it in the S category, not because it's like any of the songs are super popular. It's just because of just the gravitas of the soundtrack itself is one, different from any other Disney movie. Like no other Disney movie has done what this movie has done. And just like it's just a very beautiful soundtrack in general. Just the instrumentation, the arrangements, everything about it is just so mature and beautiful. And that's why I think it's not fair to compare this soundtrack compared to anything else in the list that we have. Yeah. That's why I would put it in the S category, not because of popularity, but just because of just the harmonic quality of the soundtrack. Wow. That being said, okay.
You got to keep in mind who else is on that row.
I know.
It's right in the middle now, so I'm not trying to make you feel anything. I literally left it in the middle.
Yeah, I know. I would say that, I think nobody can name songs from Hunchback of Notre Dame because it just didn't do well at the box office, and no one knows Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yeah.
Actually, now that I was literally trying to think, I finally thought of a song. The
first one?
No, just the song the guy sings.
Out There?
Actually, the first one might even be it. Because wasn't he singing in that?
He sings Bells of Notre Dame.
That's it. That's the only song I know.
That one. And that's like the one that comes in all the time. And then there's the one where he sings on the rooftop. And then there's Hellfire, the villain song. Hellfire, dark fire. Okay, if I'm taking my personal connection to this movie out of it completely, I would put it in an S. But if I'm thinking on the same level as you guys, I would put it in either a D or an E.
Oh, D or E. Wow. I was actually going to...
Because...
I was going to be okay with C, but I think D is a good...
Just because of just how no one really knows the songs. And if we're putting it in the same category as Peter Pan, like I'm just thinking Peter Pan, Robin Hood, Aristocats, Hunchback, lots of people, that's pretty much the same level.
Yeah.
I would put it in the S category, but that's neither here nor there.
But that's another story.
Well, my friends, that concludes our Just for Fun